Hi, it's Katie May here from groupguru.org, and I am so happy to share with you how I set up my room for groups. So, somebody, and I will tag that person in the comments, had asked, they're in the process of setting up their office for groups, and they said, how should I set them up? So some of you know me enough to say that my answer is going to be it depends, and it definitely does depend on your goals and the kind of group you're running and what you want it to look like and ultimately how you want it to feel. But I thought it would be helpful to show you how my group room is set up, which is actually my office. I do my individual sessions here as well, and it could just give you an idea of the kinds of things that you can do. So I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to just share with you what my room looks like. Okay, so first off, here's my life-size Jenga that I talked about in a previous live. We're doing it again in group tonight. It's a different group and it's a newer group, and it's one of the activities that I use to really help them join with each other and answer questions and work together. So here's the big picture. Here's it's where I do my individual sessions. It's also where I do my groups. Hopefully this isn't too shaky. This is where I usually sit. But when we're in group, hi, I see someone here. Say hi so I know who's here. There's a couple people here. So when we're in group, here's what I want you to see when you're thinking about setting up your group room. Okay, so I have two chairs that look like this. They're IKEA chairs. I have a whole other side of my office with sand tray and a right now messy desk. But so I have two chairs that look like this. I have two chairs that look like this, and that's Ben. They named him. And then I have my big couch that looks like this, and I have an ottoman that looks like this, as well as my little, hi Letitia, and I have my easel. My mind's not working right today. And then my table in the middle. So there's lots of schools of thought about what a group room should look like. Like I know in grad school when we had a, I'll turn it back around. In grad school, when I took my group course, they said there shouldn't be anything in the middle, there should be nothing blocking you, you know, the energy should be able to flow throughout the circle, and that, you know, it helps people to let their guard down and to be able to talk to each other more. But I like to have my table in the middle because here's what I have. My number one rule, always have snacks for group, because people love a snack, especially chocolate. It's a feel-good food, right? So I always have snacks on the table. I even actually have like lemonade and iced tea a lot of times as well, and sometimes I'll even order pizza. Right here I have my judgment jar. So we're doing DBT group tonight, so whenever there's a judgment, they take a marble from one and they put it in the other, and it's a way that they can bring awareness to each other's judgments and be kind about it without being accusatory. I always have Sharpies out, and I love the little jar my Sharpies are in, because I work with teens and they love Sharpies and they love to draw, and a lot of times I'll have I have clipboards with paper where they can draw as well. So there's a couple other things I wanted to draw your attention to over here. I have my kinetic sand. So, you know, whoever sits in this area over here, sometimes they'll grab that kinetic sand to play with. And on this side, I have my Buddha board. There's no water in here right now, but you can put water in, you know, and people can draw on it, and then it erases in like 30 seconds. And then I have my stuffed animal, which some people like to hold. I also have my little furry blanket. So I have a lot of like sensory things that I put around because I work with teenagers, and I think that it's helpful for them to fidget sometimes. It can feel really vulnerable to just sit in a group with, you know, and just talk the whole time. Sometimes we don't talk the whole time, we do activities, but I wanted to show you one more thing. Let's see, where is it? Oh, I also have my fidget basket down here, and they all know it's here. So I have little like hand puppets, and there's stress balls, and these breathing balls that we use sometimes. They're called Hoberman spheres. So I have all different things throughout my group. So here's what I want you to know. I'm walking back. Is that people tend to stress about like, what should my room look like? I need to have all matching furniture. I need to have everything look the same and have it be all consistent. But honestly, people like the different seats. Some people really like to be on the couch. Some people feel like it's too close to others, so they want to be in a chair. Some people really like that ottoman. And it's actually really interesting to see that, you know, people choose certain seats and it's their seat. They claim it every week. So sometimes when I do mindfulness, I'll say switch seats, and then we talk about how that feels to be in a different seat. But what I want you to hear is that it's not something to stress over, that, you know, the group has to look a certain way, that it has to be all matching seats, that it has to be an exact circle, that whatever you start with is how people are going to be comfortable. And so you just start the way you want it to continue. Start the way that you know that you can set it up week after week, because you don't want to create more stress and more work for yourself. You want it to work with what you already have. So decide how you want it to be and decide how it's going to be best for you to have it week after week, and then do it that way. I would love to see pictures of other people's offices. Put them in the comments or just put them in the group in general so that we can kind of check out what everyone has going on and inspire each other. I've seen a couple other therapists who are in the group, their offices, and they're amazing and beautiful, and I think it would be inspirational to see everybody's. So post your pictures of your group in, or of your group room or of your office in our group, so that we can check each other's out. And hope this was helpful. My main message is however you want it to be, start that way so you're not creating more work for yourself in the future. And people, they don't have a preconceived notion about what a group room should look like. So whatever you make it look like is what they're going to think it should look like. Hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.